We are back and we are more complete. Joining us this morning is our legal expert and our friend Olutu Bosun Oshifowora. Good morning, Bosun.
Morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Nice to be here.
Great to hear your voice again. We're on the newspaper review section and we have quite some noisy headlines. Today, you remember, is the election. Elections will be holding what they call a mid-cycle election in Imo, Kogi, Bayelsa, electing their new governors. And based on antecedents, these states are, as they say, they are not easy. So we expect, we pray for peace and civil conduct of election. That's our prayer. By nightfall, that peace will fall on that those states. But let's start with the Saturday Independent, and this is an alarming statement from ASU, of course, you know, is the Academic Staff Union of universities. It says no to students' loan scheme. That's ASU. Procurement, repayment, cumbersome. That's from the parents. Beneficiaries risk 2-year jail term. That's from a Don. And it will reduce depression and financial pressure. That is from Nance. He said no, no to students' loan scheme. What is the problem of us? Are they the one collecting this? Are they students?
Well, if you look at the conditions for obtaining the loan, in my own opinion, they don't even have to say no because the conditions are very stringent, and the kind of indigent students who you feel will try to get access to it don't really, it's going to be difficult for them to meet those conditions, you know? So I don't know that loan, if you've gone through the conditions like you getting a reference or a referee in a very high position, conditions like that, and many others, that scheme, they don't even need to say no. It's going to be very difficult for the people who it's targeted at to have access to it. That's what I think.
And let the scheme be. And then the I mean, the once beaten or twice beaten, or in fact 5 times beaten, one should be wiser. We've had loan scheme in the past that have gone bankrupt and all that. So I think they've learned their lessons. Let the scheme be. Which one be no? No. Let the students, they have challenges going through. Yes, procurement, repayment. It's not easy anywhere in the world. Even the US, they are still looking for how to subsidize it or how to cut it or how to save them from it. Yes.
And closely linked to that, there's the issue of them giving universities autonomy. Then there was more news that 50% of their internally generated revenue is going to be paid into a government account. I see some contradictions in those policies.
Don't they collect subventions? Don't they collect annual subventions? Yeah, they'll pay. They'll do tithes. That's normal. Uh, I don't. I mean, is it not awkward that they are collecting subvention and they are supposed to be autonomous? Mm. Okay, Boston, this is for you. I don't know if you can speak to this issue. In the Saturday Tribune, it says court stops NLC TUC from going on strike. It's a focus of our point blank today. But could you, Labor counters and says strike starts midnight Tuesday. Labor unions. What happens when labor, the unionists don't respect this kind of order from the industrial court?
First of all, the everybody is subject to the court, and I'm subject to the order of the court. Where you disagree with the order of the court, you have the right to appeal. I don't think Labour will be doing itself well by disobeying the court and not wanting to follow the order of the court as far as their declaration for strike is concerned. Now, but what is more worrisome is the basis for which Labour is going on strike. I reckon earlier in the week they have talked about the fact that the Labour president, Ajero, was assaulted in Imo, and that is the basis for their going on strike. I think it's a little narrow minded, and that should not be the basis for strike as far as I'm concerned. Now, but they seem hell bent on it, and nobody is stopping them from asserting themselves. But the fact that there's an order of court in that regard definitely stops them from going ahead with such activity. So what is left to them is to go to court and seek a way to the court will vacate that order. Or if the court can't do that, then I think they can go to a higher court because it's part of their right to strike, to picket, and all that. But the basis on which they are doing it, how that will fly in the face of the court, still remains a bit of a mystery to me. So that's just my position.
Okay, thank you. We're going to have a short review today. All the papers, virtually all, is about Imo, Bayelsa, Kogi, governorship election today. Punch, Sun, all of them is about 5 million voters doing this and that and that. Yeah, so we're going to let me just take one more from the Saturday Punch and close the gates on this. It says, there's this sad story. It's a husband molested my daughter, attacked me for confronting him. Undo woman. Sorry about that. Too. She's talking about husband. I hope that's not the father of her daughter. I suspect not. Um, Saudi Arabia to invest in Nigeria's refineries, supports forex reforms. Today now, Anisiba, is not Saturday. You know what I mean, Alex? It's not.
Yeah.
There's no. Everything is just lecture everywhere. Yeah. Well, that to us and to you, that's the end of the newspaper review. We'll be back shortly.